attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody that is on the call. We've got lots of people joining us at the moment as we speak. Huge turnout today, and no surprises there following what's gone on in Las Vegas. So we've got a lot to tell you about. Thank you for taking the time and trouble to get here, and obviously those of you that are here for the first time. This is going to take approximately an hour. We're going to bring to you for the first time the new IML business overview. A lot of changes happened, some phenomenal announcements in Las Vegas, and we're going to be able to relay that to you. If you didn't get some of the Chinese whispers and the secret hangouts that were going on, obviously whilst we were in Vegas, then this is the opportunity that you've been waiting for to absorb everything that has changed, and all for the better. I'm delighted to say. Let me also welcome a couple of people who are incredibly instrumental. We've got IML's number one recruiter, number one business person, Sharon James. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Ali. How are you this evening?
I'm very well, probably better than you. My flight wasn't so long, so I know you had a long haul home.
Yeah, it was plenty of traveling yesterday. No sleep for 40 hours, but you know what? As I said, you can always sleep on a beach.
Well, there is that, yeah, or sleep when you're dead, something like that. I think that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Hopefully not just yet, though. And
No.
of course, let me welcome the probably the most important business under the most important business. I can't even talk. Most important person underneath Christopher Terrier and ISIS. Linda Helen has joined us here today. Hi, Linda.
Hi everybody, and I'm not that important. We all are important. We're gonna make millions, Lee.
So humble, she really is.
She is.
What I'd like to do first of all, I see some questions in. If everybody just stick a Y in the box for me, just so I know that we are coming through to you loud and clear. That's great. Thank you for that. That just helps us. And also, hopefully you can see my screen as well. So a couple of Ys will tell me that you can see that as well. Let me just make sure that we've got those before we start. Got lots of yeses, loads of Ys. Okay, so that's great. Thanks very much indeed. Okay, well, let's get this show on the road. Let me enlarge the slides first of all. And what we are going to do, so please don't go anywhere, is that we want to just really make sure that we wrap this call up today with some very important announcements. So please make sure you stay until the end. We're going to try and get it done within the hour. We're going to do a full Q&A at the end because I'm sure there are going to be a lot of questions, which is why Linda has kindly joined us here. We'll do our very best to answer those. I'm sure we'll be able to cover most of them. Think of them, put them in if you wish to whilst you go through. If they crop up, if not, put them on a pen and paper. And then we'll go through a Q&A completely at the end and make sure every single question of those that you've raised have been answered. Okay, so let's get on with it. I'm just going to move a few things out the way. But for those of you here for the first time, we're going to take this presentation right the way through, start to finish. So what is IML? Well, IML is the merging of two of the most powerful industries, which is without any question trading. So that's Forex, futures trading, and network marketing. And as it says here, it's a vehicle for permanent wealth creation. It's not just for the elite or the experienced or wealthy. IML makes products available and affordable for all to enter the trading industry with a level playing field. And almost 100 years of expert experience. And in Christopher Terry's own words, I'd like to read a quote from him. The idea of IML came from 14 years of retailing my educational services and mentorship in partnership with other expert traders. This produced some of today's most successful and recognized traders and analysts worldwide. IML is a powerful system of products which now allows virtually everyone to be successful in trading. There is a better way than what you're doing now to create real wealth, and I am living proof of that. I feel blessed to be able to bring you these products and this opportunity to meaningfully change your life for good. Now, here's a bit of background on Christopher Terry himself, and please, if you're here for the first time, Google the man. He has a phenomenal reputation worldwide, and as it says on screen, Mr. Terry has been a full-time trader and educator since 1998 in the futures, forex, and equity markets. Over the years, he's built a worldwide following and has traveled extensively throughout the USA, Europe, Asia, and South America, educating on how to create real financial independence. Mr. Terry has helped thousands of traders across the globe reach financial independence, and then they themselves have gone on to become successful mentors and educators, both in the media and online. And you'll see that some of these shows that Christopher Terry has been either involved in or seen on.
Lee?
Linda?
Yes, I just want to let you know that Christopher Terry was invited first week in November back to speak at the Traders Expo in Las Vegas. He's one of the highlights of the whole entire event. So Christopher will be on his way back to Vegas with some of his team, and he will be speaking there.
Poor Christopher, he's just done a huge global launch of IML in Vegas. He's managed to get a few days break and now he's going back for that. But that actually tells you how highly regarded it is. I mean, that show I know, or Expo, happens to be one of the biggest in the world. And I know Christopher is a very large integral part of that. So as I say, please do your own research. If you're here for the first time, I know you're going to find nothing but glowing reports. Now, what I'd like you to do is just ask yourself 3 simple questions. What if you could learn a new profession and earn while doing it? Just think about that for the moment. You have an opportunity to learn a new profession and at the same time earning money whilst you're in that education. And what if your income stopped today? How long could you live in your current lifestyle that you're living in now? If everything stopped today or tomorrow, how long could you last? And what if you could get connected with an education platform where you could work at your own pace, yet be mentored by the very best people in the industry? Well, I think we've got the answers to those questions. And another question, who is the most successful person you know? Well, maybe several people, I don't know, but there are 2 here on screen. And imagine if the most successful person was your mentor. And we've got some phenomenally successful people in this business. Sharon, who's here with us today, is leading the way. You need to learn from those people. But if you look at the quotes underneath, you've got Warren Buffett. The stock market is a no-called strike game. You don't have to swing at everything, and you can wait for your pitch. The problem when you're a money manager is your fans keep yelling, swing your bum. And then you look at Oprah on the other side. Well, do the one thing you think you cannot do and fail at it. How true is that? You know, don't worry about making mistakes. If you don't get it right, you simply try again. Do better the second time round. The only people who
Lee,
never tumble. Yes.
forgive me for interrupting, but I think the slides are not advancing. You might have it on frozen.
I'm okay, Linda.
I should be moving forward fine. Can everybody, if you could just stick another triple Y in the box, can everybody see the slides running through? 3 Ys it is. I think we're okay, Linda.
Sorry.
That's all right,
Lisa
no problem.
got me in trouble.
No problem. Let me finish off her quote. So the bottom line with Oprah is she's just simply saying that you know, you can't fail by getting it wrong. If it doesn't work out the first time, whatever it is, be it sending your first email or talking to somebody about IML on the business, then work out what didn't go so well and do it again. You know, this is your moment. Own it. You just get back up, bounce back up, and you go again. So let's take a look at maybe who the mentors are in the business and how they play an integral role. Well, one of the most exciting announcements that came out of Las Vegas and maybe news to some of you here, although the grapevine is pretty impressive, I have to say, within IML, is the announcement of the futures market. That, I believe, Linda, is going to be brought into play on Monday. I believe everything will be launched with the full signal service. So you'll have both platforms running futures and Forex. And we're going to take a look at the futures and Forex market now in more detail. So scale of the market, size. I mean, these numbers, every time I see this slide, just amaze me because they're hard to comprehend, but it gives you a scale of maybe the relationship of Forex to the New York, Tokyo, and London Stock Exchange. Look at London. For those of you, and we've got a lot of people on the line here from Europe. The London Stock Exchange, $7 billion traded daily. Tokyo, $18 billion. And then you have New York at $22 billion. But wrap those together and then compare that to the amount of money that is traded daily on the foreign exchange market. It's $5 trillion daily. And as it says underneath, in case you're not sure what that is, the foreign exchange market, which can be referred to as Forex or FX or the currency market, is a global decentralized market for the trading of currencies. Financial centers around the world function as anchors, trading between a wide range of different types of buyers and sellers. So that's a brief overview on what Forex actually is. Now let's take a look at futures. New to us. Certainly everybody was so excited at Vegas to know that the future's here, and there are going to be more things to come. I'm not going to steal Christopher's thunder by telling you too much about those now, but I promise you this is not just it. This will be launched Monday, and I think for those of you that are interested, and I'm sure that's 99% of you, in making money and via trading with the Signal service, which Sharon's going to tell you a little bit about, then having futures bought into the frame is going to make an incredible difference to that earning potential. As you can see, it says here that a futures contract is a standardized contract between two parties to buy or sell a specified asset or standardized quantity and quality for a price agreed upon today, and that's what they refer to as the futures price or strike price, with delivery and payment occurring at a specified future date. And again, that is referred to as the delivery date. The contracts are negotiated at a futures exchange. And you can see some of the commodities on the left-hand side. Corn in your morning cereal. Lumber that makes the chair that you're currently sitting on. Gold on your watch and jewelry. Cotton that makes your clothes. Beef and potatoes that you eat for lunch, and steel, which makes your motor car. They'll give you an idea of the commodities that are traded within the futures market. Sharon, I'd like to hand it over to you. Maybe you could take everybody through the IML signal.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, Lee. Well, the IML signal, you know, the way I look at it, what better way that you can have the signal, and I like the term earn while you learn, and that is great. So basically, the signal service is something that we get to mirror image exactly what the traders are doing. So while you're learning to trade on your own, we actually accept the signal, and this actually comes from whenever they purchase, it comes direct to your to the server and direct to your desktop. So for me, this suits everybody, Lee and Linda. You know, you've got your person on the left here, as I call Keith, you know, sat at the computer, very, very interested. Yeah, very interested in learning. Then you've got, you know, a mum here with a child, and we know that she can't be on a computer, say for, you know, 5-6 hours a day or a couple of hours a day, even so. And then you've got the empty computer, which to me is fantastic. So if you've got another job or you're doing something else and you can't be at hand, well, that's not an issue. It takes you 2 minutes a day to be able to set up your signal service, and this is what you can do. So really, in a nutshell, it suits everybody, doesn't it? Absolutely everybody.
It does. And you know, one of the things that we must make clear is that once you've got, and there are different ways you can set that up, we'll do specific training on that for anybody that is struggling, but very, very simple to do. And with the likes of VPS, which is a virtual private server, you can, the picture on the right would suit most people, unless you really want to immerse yourself and learn that new profession, which of course we'll come on to in a moment. But you can go about your day on autopilot. You set the protocol for your trades and simply mirror what these experts are doing. It's a phenomenal product.
Can I jump in here for a second, Lee? If you can
Yes,
go back.
please.
We have a signal for Forex, and now we're going to be getting our signal for futures. So you'll be running two signals at the same time on your desktop, because they'll be trading both aspects at the same time. So everybody in the next day or so, Christopher's been under wraps doing all of the videos right now. So the next couple of hours, you'll receive them in your back office, and everyone will be having 2 signals, and you know you're not paying for the second signal. It's included. So the future signal will
Fantastic.
be coming to you today or tomorrow.
So there we have it. We've got 2 signals. So that's phenomenal. So IML signal, I think everybody needs to understand this, that it's not a robotic software. Linked to IML, real expert traders trading in real time. So imagine that you've got expert traders trading, and we are mirroring, imaging exactly what they are buying and selling. So that's what the signal will do for us. So buy, sell signal to your own trading account within 0.0008 second, in a nanosecond, within built-in protective stops. Very easy to install. It must be quite easy because I've actually done it. Works with your choice of brokerage companies using the MT4 MetaTrader 4 platform. And you will trade with your money as the traders use theirs. Your account mirrors the expert. So you retain complete control, and only you have access to your trading account. So this is fantastic.
I'm going to jump in again. Can I jump in again?
Absolutely,
okay,
Linda.
The MetaTrader 4 goes along with Forex. We are now going to trade futures on Ninja. So
Yes.
you can find a broker that does both, or you're going to have 2 brokers, one for MetaTrader 4 and one for Ninja. Okay, my broker does both. My broker does both, so I don't need another broker, and I now have the ability to trade with one broker. But you have to check with your broker, everybody, if they'll do the Ninja trading also, because that's where futures is coming from, Ninja.
Oh, that's fantastic. So really, like you said, Linda, you've got both on your trading account. So people really are better off looking for a trader that does both, rather than having 2 separate trading accounts.
And let me just emphasize that for those of you that are out there, please don't be alarmed, but the whole purpose of you having a trader is that this is your account. As Sharon's just said, only you can access your account. IML don't take, a slice of commission or bonus payments or anything like that from your trading account. You select a broker, and you need a broker, as Linda has just highlighted, and they are out there. That obviously can offer you both platforms. That's really important. You can have independent, which means obviously you're going to need 2 brokers, but you need to do some research and make sure that you've got somebody that's going to work with you and give you what you need. Sharon, just before I let you go on to the next slide, just something I wanted to mention. It's purely fresh to my mind. I had a call from somebody last night looking at IML briefly, and they'd had an email from me, and I just wanted to mention this because you need to understand what is sometimes in people's minds. And the email or message I got back saying, oh, I've just seen exactly the same thing, and I could have let it go at that, but of course I didn't. And I just said, okay, could you send me the information on what it is that you've been sent? And what he'd been sent was a piece of software, exactly what the top line reads, a piece of robotic software that claims to predict what the market is going to be doing. So just bear that in mind, because that can sometimes be in people's heads, and they'll say, oh yeah, I've seen it. Don't take that for granted. There is nothing like iMarkets Live out in the marketplace. This is a unique business, having traders, expert traders in your corner, showing you the moves that they're executing and sending a signal, and then you simply decide to mirror it. There is nothing equivalent to this business in the marketplace.
Lee, you just brought up such an incredible statement. I mean, if somebody's doing it for you and you're not learning. For me, I'm nearing 60 years old, and for me to get a new profession or to go for a job interview, it's almost embarrassing, because who's interviewing me is younger than my own children. So this IML, for me, I have selected first to build my team, but I have all intentions of making this the profession. So not having a robot, having somebody in the room explaining what they're doing and why they're doing it is very, very important for me, because I want to learn this trade.
What is for me, my background's not trading, as you know, Linda, and for me to be able to absorb that information. And I met these traders, both Joe and Louis, in Vegas. two outstanding individuals who really do and did manage to relay the fact that you cannot learn this in 5 minutes. You know, what's taken them years and years to perfect. And they share the way that they look at the markets and so on. And to have those guys in your corner, well, it's priceless, absolutely priceless. And when we come on to the numbers in a moment, you'll start to understand what a phenomenal valued business this is. Sorry, Sharon, we've spoken all over you.
No,
Please carry on.
no, I agree with you because I've had the same. People asking me, oh yeah, I've actually been involved in Forex and I lost a lot of money. And when you do explain this to them, they go, oh, right, okay. So, you know, looking at why I'm IML signal, and this is why that you can go back to the people that you're speaking to and say, you accept the signal. It takes less than 2 minutes a day of your time. You have no learning curve, and the expert traders trade with their own money at the same time. So you've got to remember something. While you're accepting the signal, they're actually trading with millions of dollars themselves. So they're actually trading with their own money. So they're going to be very cautious and you know, check out the markets correctly because they want to do it correctly. Do you agree, guys? You know?
Oh, completely. You know, I think that's one of the things that came across from them, Sharon, was that, you know, we need to understand that this isn't, they're not employed to just send a signal out and predict something.
No,
They're trading live with hundreds of thousands of dollars. Theirs, their clients. The responsibility
absolutely.
that they have is not just to us, it's to their clients. And
That's
that's why
right.
they're going to get, you know, more right than wrong. And they're not perfect. They're predicting what the markets are doing. Markets can be volatile. They will not get 100% right. But if they get 70, 80, whatever it is, as long as they're getting more right than wrong, then that's where we want to be.
Absolutely. And I think Linda mentioned that we get you know, the Ninja platform and also you know, the trading account that you'll open. They will, depending on which one it is, you will receive either 50,000 or 100,000 risk-free practice accounts. So I think that's really good because until you get everything set up right, you've got access to be able to use a demo account. So there's no way of you getting anything wrong to make sure you've got the signal set up right. You can actually use your monopoly money, as we call it. So only, and this is only when you're ready to trade with your own money that you do so. So this is fantastic. And then there are 2 levels of stop losses in place. I mean, that's obviously just to make sure that the signal, you receive the signal as you should, to make sure that it starts when you should and stops when it should. So that's
I had a
fantastic.
conversation with somebody in Vegas, Sharon, where they were just saying to me, "Well, you know,
Yeah.
how do we know that the signals are good?" And you just have to sometimes clear the way for them and simply say, "Well, look, you don't need to make a decision to start using your own capital within a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You do the test period. You decide that maybe how long do you want to see and prove to yourself that the signals that you're getting both now in futures and forex are as good as we say that they are." And of course,
We're suggesting 4 weeks.
there you go.
1 month,
Yes.
1 month of using. You know, even if you are a trader, I mean, our system is a little bit different. Remember, our signal was custom made, and we have full-time programmers on staff. That's why the signal is so good. They're there all the time, checking and working behind the scenes for your signal. So we're suggesting 4 weeks. Plus, we have live support in the live room, so that we want everyone to become accustomed and comfortable with the system before they put the real money up.
Absolutely. My advice to everybody, Linda, that I'm actually introducing to the business is to say at least a month, at least 1 month.
I
Live
agree.
trading educational room. And this is, to me, this is what makes it unique, Lee and Linda. Live trading education room. So imagine you are learning while you're earning. So inside the live trading room, where you can attend, and they are trading 24 hours. I think it's around 20 hours a day at the moment, Linda. Is that correct?
Yes, it
Linda?
is. We
Yes?
open up with Yes, yes, it is. We open up at the New
Yep.
York market. We're going to go straight into, we're not going to look at the Tokyo market for now because the action is really in the UK market. So we're going to go full blast in the New York market and also in the London market.
Right, fantastic. So the IML's expert traders trading team, as Lee mentioned, we actually met them this weekend, and they are fantastic individuals. Are made up of highly qualified professional traders. Currently covers the forex and the futures markets up to 24 hours per day, 5 days a week. And what I like about this, I mean, IML are really stepping up the game. Soon this service will include specialty trading rooms to accommodate members of all skill levels, from novice to expert. So you imagine if you've been in the room for maybe 2-3 months and you feel that you don't want to go over the same thing all the time, you can actually step up into another room, and this will be great, especially for current traders that are joining the business, Linda and Lee. I think that's going to be a great selling point for everybody.
I think the great thing about that, Sharon, is that you're going to feel comfortable. You know, it can be intimidating getting into a room where you haven't got a clue what you're talking about. You're frightened to ask the question. As Joe and Louis, the traders, two of the traders, said this weekend, there is no such thing as a stupid question. So please don't worry about asking it. But you're then going to have different rooms as you progress and you start to understand more that you are then going to feel comfortable to move into. It really is a fantastic step by step process to take you through to really, you know, to getting to a point where you become a trader yourself. So it just depends what you want to get out of it, but it's all there for you.
Absolutely. And as we mentioned, you know, you feel that you're actually sat behind them, you know, sat to the side of them, and you're learning from them, because you are linked to the live trading rooms where you're able to look over the shoulders of the experts, and it's lifetime trading, and you get to ask the questions, you get the answers lifetime. So what more better can be than that? Um, I think this is quite important, actually, Lee and Linda, for people to understand this. And this is where IML come in for me. This is where it changes the game. You know, a lot of people do say it's too much work to change careers, especially when you're getting older. You know, where would you ever begin? Well, for this IML, that, you know, you begin in your home where you have the time and you work at your own pace, and I love that saying, you earn while you learn. And this is where IML comes in and gives you that facility to be able to do so. Are you too old to change careers? Do you need to stay at home? You know, stay where you are? I mean, no, absolutely not. I mean, forex trading is for everyone, and futures. You can do it from anywhere in the world. And we love the saying, Linda, trading on a beach, don't we? And then you know, if you don't have enough skills to consider a new career, well, you don't need any. You know, we all learn at a different pace, and here you can determine your own pace, and you really can. You can actually take it in your own stride and learn in your own stride. This is fantastic. And then in this economy, people think maybe they're looking to have a job and they don't want to rock the boat. Well, this is great again, because while you're at your job, that is simple. We've just talked about the signal service. You set up a signal service, it takes 2 minutes a day. If you opt in for the VPS account, which I highly recommend, then you have the time to review all the archived daily videos that Christopher Terry does himself. So you can actually choose to watch these in your own time and actually be able to take part in learning or earning while you're learning. And this is very, very important for me. So in other words, this service suits everybody, absolutely everybody.
I mean, one thing that stands out from that, Sharon, is that, you know, people obviously have currently not everybody's retired or sitting at home or in a position to financially, you know, kick the job into touch,
Absolutely.
which is where we all like to be. But just think about what Sharon's just mentioned to you there. I mean, you can set this up on a VPS, and we'll do it, as I said earlier on, we'll do a separate training on that. But that's a virtual private server where this signal is coming through to you consistently. You decide that once you've tested, as Linda indicated earlier on, the signals coming through, and you've run with your demo or practice account, both in Forex and futures, you move across to your own capital, your own money. And whilst you're out going about your daily job earning your money, you get back of an evening and you look at your day by day, week by week results. and you're doing exactly the same but on autopilot. That's how
Yes,
strong this business is. It suits everybody.
it
Lee,
certainly does.
Linda.
guys, I'm really excited to let you know that the VPS Christopher has negotiated big discount for the first month so that everybody could test it out. It's normally about $23 a month, and now you'll be paying under $6 for the first month. And it handles both forex and futures, so that's a great thing.
Can we make that
Well,
link available to people when, as and when that is available, Linda?
I will get it as we're on the phone now.
Great, thank you.
fantastic. That is great because, we've spoken about this, Lee. Myself and Keith set up a VPS on the second day because you know, we chose to have that because you don't have to go in every day and set up your signal. So it's there forever. It's fantastic.
For those people that are not particularly technically minded on the call, a VPS is basically a private server somewhere in the cloud. And therefore, if your laptop dies or anything like that, or you get a power spike, etc., it doesn't affect the signals coming through. It's the connection, the signal is always live. And you can determine the bandwidth of that private server. It's very simple to set up, and the company that you choose, and the company I happen to know that Christopher has negotiated with on our behalf, it is very, very easy to set up. And anybody has any difficulties with that, there'll be training in your back office showing you exactly how that can be done.
Yeah.
Also, Lee, he went to the point that he had them set it up custom to the needs that we have. So when you sign on, you don't have a lot of things to do anymore. It's all done for you. They did the template according to what Christopher wanted. So
Yes, I
it's
mean,
really fast.
Oh,
that
that's
is
great.
fantastic, Linda, because when we set up, I'll be on straight with you, we actually paid $23, for the first month. So I actually can't believe Christopher's come out trumps again and enabled us to be able to get hold of this for less than $6 for the first month. It's fantastic. It really is. And let me tell you, VPS is the way to go, because I think it's important that people have got to understand we've all got, internet for some people are a problem, are an issue.
Well, just put
And
it
with
in
this,
as a business expense. What you don't want to do is find out for
yeah,
whatever reason that your computer's shut down at the time where a great trade took place, or
yeah.
7 trades took place, and you've missed them all.
Oh,
You
you'd
would
be
be absolutely
devastated.
devastated. So this just
Yes,
keeps you online with that signal service continually. That's the way to go.
it is absolutely. And I know we've gone on about the VPS, but I think we're just trying to stress, Lee, how important the VPS is for everybody.
Yeah.
And there will be information on the website. And like Linda said, everything's been set up towards IML, so that's going to make things a lot easier for people. So the cost to get an education online, cost difference, traditional and distance learning. Most 3 credit hour courses online run from $700 to $900, a charge that's roughly comparable to the fees at most mid-range traditional schools. That means that a full online degree, including textbooks and other supplies needed, will probably require an investment of around $7,500 per semester, or about $30,000 in total. I mean, really, when you look at this, you think, wow. Certificate programs, even at a fairly high professional level, can cost less because they involve fewer courses. For example, a certificate in supervisory skills at Cornell e-learning, a top school, currently costs around $5,000. It requires 11 courses. So this is really for people to look at and say, if you chose to go and learn another trade, and this is what it will cost you. So you can see for yourself, these are the charges that is given online.
And I think you'll find, although this is very American based, it relates to anywhere in Europe. For those of you in Europe on the call, you do the conversions, to pay to go to uni. Look at the scenarios of people. I know we had a conversation with somebody last week who said they paid a ridiculous amount of money for nearly 2 years to take a course. And if only IML had been available 2 years ago, they wouldn't have done it. It was to do with finance, etc., etc. And what they would have done is come straight into this business, got to grips with the education and training platform, and saved themselves, that debt and a heap of money and time, most importantly, and would have been in the position to earn while they were doing it. And that's the big difference here.
It is, and we've mentioned the same again. You know, you are earning while you're learning with IML. So our competition, well, for us, we know, Lee and Linda, there is none. Absolutely not. Advanced trading workshops, price average around $9,000. We know that these seminars take place, and I know that people have been to them. I've had conversations with many that have been to the workshops, and they have cost actually more than $9,000. So Blue Water Trading price is $5,000 and around 195, around $200 a month for this system. And e-mini exchange alerts. I've had a conversation with somebody about this, which was quite distressing to listen to it, to be truthful, because exactly what it says, mini alerts. You have to attend your computer all the time. You have to wait for that email, and so you have to access a computer to be able to get on and be able to execute your trade. So again, they found this very, very stressful. And again, the cost of this is $1,400. But
Sharon,
it means
Sharon, I got a surprise.
Oh, go on. She's off again. She's always got
But we're gonna
surprises for
wait.
us,
But we're
Lee.
gonna wait till the end. So I just want
Oh,
everybody on the call to remember Advanced Trading Workshops price $8,999.95. Remember
Let's park that to
right.
one side. She does that to us all the time.
Yeah,
that.
she's
I was in
always
Vegas
surprising.
in Vegas for 5 days, and it was just Lee. I've got a surprise for you. So
Yes.
it's that's great. I mean, just keep that, and that's IML for you. It just keeps getting better and better. One
It
thing I wanted
does.
to say, Sharon, about this is that
Yes.
most of what is out there, and I stress most of what is out there,
Mm.
with the exception of E-mini at the end there, that you can spend a lot of money, a significant amount of money. Look at
Oh,
the figures
yes.
there on advanced training workshops for $9,000. The problem is, once you've left after your 2 days or 3 days, you're on your
That's it.
own. And let me tell you, having spoken to the traders at Vegas, there is no way in the world you can understand Forex or futures in 3 days. It cannot be done. It's
No
taken
way.
some of these guys 20 years to learn what they've learned, to be able to predict the markets in the way that they do, and they all do it differently, and then be confident to send a signal through to us. So there is nothing out there like IML.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally. Okay, breakdown of our product costs. IML Trade Signal Service, $350 monthly. IML Forex Trade Signal Service up to 3 to 4 weekly Forex. So $450 monthly charges. Futures. This is what it could be, or it should be. Futures Trade Signal Service up to 3 to 4 trades daily futures. And IML Live Trading Education Service. Estimated value, purchased separately, this is, by the way, separately, of $397 per month. And then educational...
I'm going to jump in, Sharon.
Yes,
I'm going to
go
jump
on.
in. I'm going to jump in for a second. If you were to just do Forex alone, it's $350 monthly if you had a signal and no live room. Christopher's 14-year-old product, which was futures, he was charging $3.99 a month. And
Wow.
we looked up now, and the value now is about $450. So if you combine these two, it's $800 to get the signals. And once again, in IML, you've got both signals for the $247. You're going to have two separate signals for Forex and one for futures. The live trading education service is going to be much more in depth now because of the futures. And again, if you would just do an education alone, it's $397. Right now, Christopher's off the grid because he's doing an incredible amount of videos. The video library in the back will be always increasing and being restocked. The ebooks are coming in. They should have been here during Vegas, but it was too much to do, so they're bringing them in right now. And then the training webinars, I am very excited to announce. One of my other little surprises, you will have scheduled straight learning webinars with Christopher, with Joe, B, and with Lou. They're putting up their schedule now. Those learning webinars will be straight with them for an hour on different topics going from Forex to futures, besides the learning in the learning room.
Is there anything else that they can bring out, Linda? Because this is just
we got some stuff.
phenomenal.
You'll hear it soon.
I mean, this is what we're trying to say. This is what we're paying 247 for futures, Linda, and for the signal service and for the Forex. And there's no extra charge for this. It's just unbelievable. So estimated value, Linda, if you were going to purchase all this separately, would be around $2,000.
Just for the e-vault and the training, if you would just purchase everything separately on a monthly basis, you'd spend about $1,491.
Wow, it's unbelievable, and we're paying 247.
That's correct.
Wow.
Sharon, we can go shopping with the rest of the money.
Oh, sounds good to me, Linda.
On that
Sounds
note, I'm moving
fantastic.
on very quickly.
Yes, I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
So, Ultimate Traders Package. It's a one-time purchase of $1,400. So we've just spoken in the previous slide of exactly what it should be costing on a monthly basis. And yet, for the full purchase of the executive suite, it's $1,400. So in this, you get a trade signal service of Forex and the futures, live trading education service, Forex and futures, the video library. Linda's just mentioned that Chris is currently updating at the moment. 1 month of executive suite and monthly commitment as well. So you get your first month included in the $1,400. And the library vault of ebooks and training webinars. Now, these training webinars, Linda again mentioned the traders coming on, webinars, actually training us, Linda, for an hour each time. This is, to me, is phenomenal. It really is. Lee, what do you think of that?
This schedule will be put out in the next 24 hours to 48 hours. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. What you're going to find for everybody that is either looking at the business or is in the business is that this is going to continue to evolve, and it's going to get better and better and better. There'll be more value added to it as time goes on. And this is just really the tip of the iceberg at the moment. We know some of the things that are coming further down the line, and the idea is to ease everybody into the trading side nice and gently at a nice pace, so everybody's getting comfortable with it, and then you'll see things that are quite extraordinary that will be brought into IML. But yeah, when you look
Lee,
at the value,
what about the Spanish? Lee, we're going to have Spanish, right?
Yes.
We are, yeah. I mean, there's going to be all sorts of things that we're looking at the moment. I mean, I was going to hold back from some of them, but we're looking at iMarkets Live TV. We're looking at a Hispanic channel dedicated for the Hispanic market. And that is a huge market, especially where I am in the US. Franco, I had the pleasure of meeting, who's recently been appointed to the Board of Advisors, will be running weekly webinars in Spanish. So that market is very important to me here in California, and Frank's kindly to offered to assist me with putting on some road shows for that community here in California. So everything is being ticked, all the boxes that we need to. We're looking at ladies living on their own at home from a point of view of being able to cater specifically to that market. It's just going to keep rolling, and you'll see these announcements flowing out as in the forthcoming days and weeks.
But you know what it says to me, Lee and Linda, from here, is that you've got people who are trading currently, traders out there that are struggling to learn, are taking months and maybe 2. I spoke to somebody the other day, and they've been trying to learn this for 3 years. They're very interested in the business, and this is the market that is going to open up to current traders. To be able to get this facility is phenomenal.
Can I just make a note? The bottom line on this screen is really important for those of you that are in the business and for maybe people that are watching here for the first time, because there is a 7-day money back guarantee. Now, you need to understand that. So, I refer to it as zero risk. And when I mean zero risk, you can come in, you can try this business. And let me tell you, there are no qualms about that or complications or, well, okay, maybe they say that, but they don't really mean it. I sat and heard Isis Stilatore, who runs the finances and the co-founder of this business, say quite clearly in Vegas that if somebody comes in 7 days and finds it's not for them, their money is given back to them, no questions asked. I promise you, you won't want your money back. But you need
No.
to understand that you can come and take a look at this business and make sure that it's right, make sure it's every bit as good as we're telling you that it is, with that 7-day money back guarantee in your pocket, so that if for any reason, somebody has exaggerated something and it isn't quite for you for whatever reason, then you know that you can have your money back. And it's really important that both the people in the business can emphasize that if they wish to, and certainly you here looking at it for the first time, understand that that's a commitment from us.
Absolutely.
There's a flag I haven't seen in a while. And you know,
this
Sharon,
is my flag.
I was looking at that building on the left. Before I left the UK nearly 2 years ago, that building had a large crane on the top and they were still lifting the glass in place. So shows you how long I've been away. There's now lights on inside it.
Do you know, beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's what a great site.
Sorry, we heard Linda saying that they're doing a lot. The traders are doing a lot with the UK. So UK, it's very important, the UK.
Well, it is very important. And well, I know, but they know it's important. I mean, look at the members and what a phenomenal job that the UK team are doing.
Sharon, you're there.
I am. I'm here. I'm here. I love it.
Guys, another announcement. We're on our way to the UK. IML is officially going to be in the UK the first week of December.
Oh, can you hear this, people?
Well, I did break that news to my wife just as we're due to be going on vacation mid-December, and she said, "Oh, you can't be going to the UK in December." So I've just been told that I am by Linda. So that's it. Well, looking forward to that trip, and I understand Christopher's coming. Let's tackle with what we've got in front of us, because there's been some changes.
May I interject right now?
If you keep interjecting, I won't be able to cope with this anymore.
I just want to interject something, and I'm sorry, Lee, but I just want everybody to know that all the board of advisors were handpicked. They were very, very special people. They weren't picked, everybody. Please understand this, according to how many people they could sponsor. They were selected according to their mindset. I am in awe of everybody that is on the board. I am on the board also. And it's about everybody that has the same mindset about clearing the path for success. So you're speaking to 3 people right now that are on the board. We all have the same mindset, and so does everybody else. And they're on this call because I see their names. It's the first time in my career, and I've been doing this 25 years, where it doesn't make a difference what line you are. It doesn't make a difference who you are. The board of advisors is here to be your voice, to support you, and to bring your ideas back to corporate. They are so open-minded that they listen to every single idea. So for that, I applaud Lee, and I applaud Sharon and the rest of the board. You've never had a group of people that I've ever worked with before that absolutely is here for the right reason. We sat in a room and we had lunch together the last day, and for 5 hours it was only about how can we make this better for everybody. And I just want to say thank you so much to both of you. It's my honor and my pleasure to be working alongside of somebody of the level and the caliber that both of you are.
Oh,
well, we feel the same, Linda, and thank you for those kind words.
Yes, thank you.
I have to say, guys, I mean, I echo what Linda said. I mean, I've been in business development for nearly 25 years, both on and offline, and to be part of this movement, this group of people, it really is inspiring. It's really given me a kick up the backside, because I think we all get a little bit stale from time to time, and this is so refreshing, to work within a company that cares in the way that this company does for everybody. Chris's vision is to give everybody where he is at now, to get them into that position, financial and time freedom, and that is the one goal.
Absolutely. So maybe I'd give you a kick up the backside, Lee.
Well, yeah, you do that every day, Sharon, I can assure you.
Okay, let's get on.
Right, UK, there's some changes. So please listen up. If you're in the UK, this is really, really important for you to understand. As of with immediate effect, and this is purely, please do not think this is an issue with IML. This is UK compliance. We have some wonderful, wonderful rules and regulations in the UK, and this is unfortunately one of them. But when you enter the program and you're based in the UK, you initially can only purchase the Ultimate Traders Package. That is, you purchase the retail side of the business, the trading platform, at $1,400. There is a 14-day money back guarantee. Let me emphasize that. I've just said 7 days for the rest of the world. In the UK, there is a 14-day money back guarantee. Use that to your advantage. Somebody has 14 days to look at the business in the UK. So just think about that. Once the 14 days have expired, it's referred to as a cooling off period or a contractual period. It is law in the UK. You then have the option to sign as an associate. Now, my advice is that it shouldn't be an option. Of course it is, but everybody should be looking to join at $14.97. That gives you access to both the trading element of the business and the people sharing networking side. And we're coming on to that at the moment because there's a whole lot that's been added to that as well. So $1,400 goes to the Ultimate Traders Package, the trading platform. And then after 14 days, on the 15th day, you must diary note yourself as a sponsor to contact the new member 15 days from the day they join. It's your responsibility to do that. Don't leave it to them. Make sure you give them a call and say, today's the day. We're going to sign you as the associate, and then bring your other people in with you that they've been working on for those 14 days. So,
and Lee, I'd just like to mention for everybody that there is 30 days maximum for everybody to be able to upgrade as an associate.
Sharon,
Is that wrong?
that's another surprise. Yeah, we took it off. There's no time limit. Anybody
Oh,
can
thank
upgrade
goodness.
anytime they want. We took it off.
Thank goodness. Oh, I'm so
You
pleased
can
about
upgrade
that.
anytime you want, but obviously the sooner the better, the higher in the matrix you'll be.
Well, of course, and that makes a
when
big
you start to
difference.
look at the compensation plan we're coming on to right now and the changes that have been made, nobody would not want to be. And I've spoken to a couple of traders this morning who are coming into IML and explaining why they would want to be an associate, enjoying the benefits that come from that, both financially and with the marketing systems and so on. So hopefully that's clear. Don't be alarmed, because once it starts rolling, it's just a 2-week, 14-day stacking process. So you just get through the first 2 weeks. So, and if that started today with new people joining today, and you do it tomorrow, you'll find 14 days down the line, you're in no different place at all. So that is unique to the UK. Please understand that. That is not for anywhere else in Europe. Unfortunately, we have some legislation in the UK that simply means that